You said previously that you believed misinformation was arguably the biggest threat in the cyberspace and in modern times. Do you still agree with that?
I do, because my concern is, how do you deal with concerted efforts by nation states, groups, and individuals to use misinformation and disinformation to alter images, to present an inaccurate or distorted picture, to assert falsehoods as fact? How do you deal with that in a nation, it's true in Australia, it's true in the United States, where freedom of expression is a foundational core tenet of our very belief in ourselves as societies? Hey, nobody's going to restrict my ability to say what I want. No one's going to tell me what I can or cannot say. No one is going to have control over what I say or not say. And so we have this construct that says government does not get involved in censorship, government doesn't get involved in control, if you will, of information or information sources like media outlets, whether they be traditional, whether they be print, electronic, social. And yet, we're now in a world where, between technology and the fact that we have so many actors that want to use this to keep societies divided, the challenge becomes, how do you deal with truth in a world in which it is constantly being assaulted or manipulated, in a framework in which the ability to lie, if you will, has an element of protection? That is not an easy challenge in a democratic society.
Is there an answer to that challenge?
Well, there's no one answer. It's going to be a combination, I think, of policy and law, behavior by the owners of the platforms that are hosting it, and then all of us as individuals. For example, I have this discussion with my family all the time. We no longer live in an age where just because you saw something or heard something or read something that it is automatically accurate.
Yeah, as journalists, we have to fact check information. Is there now an impetus on citizens to fact check?
So I think for citizens, look, we need to be much more skeptical. We need to say, okay, I've read this, could be true. How might I verify it? What do other sources say about this? Does it make sense? Does it match with anything I've seen or already know? I just think we have to be a little bit more discerning, and we have to be a little bit more skeptical in terms of not just accepting things at face value, particularly in this world where, as I've said, there are so many nation states, groups, and individuals who are trying to manipulate what we hear, what we see, what we believe, because they want our societies to be divided. They want us to be against each other. That's not a good thing for us.